So everyone, and welcome to me giving up, because I've tried this for like an insane amount of time, more time than any person should ever put into this shit. So I decided that, hey, if I fail the stuff that I want to do again, I'm just gonna piece together the parts of the video where I do get it. Hey, I mean, it sucks and it's like segmented, but fuck it. Also, I'm not even gonna, actually I'm not gonna quite do that, that's a lie, I'm not gonna quite give up that hard. Basically, I'm just going to try and do the regular strategy, and if at some point I reach a place where I would be like failing, I would just be like, okay, I'm gonna like intercut something here or something like that. So I'm still gonna do strategies that I think would work in real time. Anyway, what we're gonna do, we're gonna have to activate both horns. If we didn't have to activate the horns, we would have this 0A very easily. Because we have to activate the horns, we're gonna have to stand on these fucking lines. Like this one right here, that are on the way. And the problem is, we have to press the A button to get off, which obviously we can't. So what do? Well, right here, we can actually use this guy to squish us and somehow clip through the line. I don't know exactly how this works, it just does. Not always, but most of the time. And we can do a wall run right there and save ourselves to the top of this. Only works right there, that strategy works nowhere else as far as I know, so yeah. Also, that part right there is intended. I didn't even know that existed, but it does. Shout out to Jimmy Janny, by the way, for showing me this. I don't think he's one to find it, but yeah. By the way, there's multiple strategies getting up there. You either just glide the entire way like that, or you glide not the entire way and just land on top of the stone slab. Both of those strategies are easier if you have unlocked FPS and sync turned off. By the way, you might be thinking that, why is this guy talking so fast? It's because I've recorded this thing like 30 fucking times and I've gotten sick of it. So I'm gonna try a strategy here. I'm gonna only explain it if it works. If it doesn't work, then, well, I'm not gonna explain it, because I'm gonna cut away. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna explain it anyway, but maybe it's gonna work immediately anyway. Cool. It actually worked, but I didn't get the 0A version, I got the 0.5A version, which in this case, because I didn't hold A from the start of the entire stage, it's gonna be a 1A press, but it's okay. We're gonna do it a 1A press. Unless I can... No, I can't dive anymore, it's too late to dive. Or maybe it's possible anyway. No, that wouldn't work. Whatever, we're gonna do the 1A. Sacrifices have to be made. This is now a 1A button video. By the way, I went into this video not knowing this was going to be like a 0, a 0.5A, or a 1.A video, because it all depends on this trick right here. Like, there's a version of this that works with 0A. If you go into the stage while having A pressed, that would have been 0.5A right there, and if you fail it, it's a 1A. I'm also going to hold down the button right now for the rest of the stage, which might take like 20 minutes, so rip my thumb. Also, what I try to do is something that I'm going to put like as a video somewhere on the screen right now, where you go on the scooter, it's called the scooter glitch as far as we know, and you go on the scooter, you you go onto the line at a specific angle, you hold the angle while going across the line, and at the very end, if you jump off your scooter, instead of jumping in place, which is what usually happens on a line, like if you're on a line, you jump off a scooter, usually you jump in place. But if the scooter glitch happens, you actually get flung forwards. We don't know why, but if the scooter glitch happens, you get flung forwards, and it like flings you into the wall. And if you're lucky, she does a wall run in such a way that you land on top. Or you grab the edge, as happened there. If you grab the edge, you can do it in 0.5A. If you don't grab the ledge and just make it to the top, good job, you've done it in 0A. This entire stage is actually possible in 0A, but it's so stupid. Anyway, that's the first horn. I've already activated it, but this is how you get to it at least. In potentially 0A if you get that strategy correctly, but it's so stupid. I really don't care. I really don't want to even bother with that anymore. Anyway, you know what's... This strat right there, getting that 0A, can take you like 5 days in a row of repeated trying, so good luck with that. And that's what the cool part is. You have to do that twice. Yeah, we have to do that twice. So after trying 5 days straight, you just get that in 0A. You're gonna have to do it another time on the same run. And if you fail it, you're gonna have to reset and try everything over again. Yeah, Windmill. That's Windmill in a nutshell, basically. Anyway, So now we're going to the towards the second horn. By the way, if we didn't have to activate any of the horns, it would be such an easy 0A. Oh my god, one of the easiest and most fun 0As even, because all the stuff that isn't part of the horn is super fun, by the way. So this is where we go to the actual windmill, and this is where we go to the other horn. Also, this is where the time rift entrance is. So you can get to the time rift, or like it's over there, and we can get there with 0A. So just mention that you can get there with 0A, but you're gonna have to do both of these tricks in 0A, which, good fucking luck, man, good fucking luck. Okay, that's bad. I want to actually keep my health, so let's do this a bit nicer without, oh my god, without screwing stuff up. I want to keep my health because if I die, I lose the properties of holding down A. I still have them, right? The properties of holding down A, let's see. Yep. If you have the properties of holding down A, which is the whole reason why after I pressed the first A press, I kept holding down the button, is because the cool thing that happens if you get to hold down A is if instead of, you will not actually grab ledges anymore, instead you will just instantly jump up on ledges. Like for example, I could do a jump right here that grabs the ledge of this like wooden post, but instead of just grabbing the ledge, you will instantly, boom, immediately go to the top of it. Nice. Don't have to worry about that anymore, which is why I will, whenever there's an A press, I'll just hold it down. Now we're gonna have to do the trick again. Now if it completely fails, I will have to reset, so hopefully that doesn't happen. However, this is a nice setup that most of the time works. It worked. Jeez. Okay. We've got the hardest stuff behind us. Now, oh my god, even if I let go of A now, we should still be fine. Why is the FPS dropping like crazy? Please don't tell me this, and please tell me there's nothing wrong with my recording. So I'm going up here just to show you that like this is where the time rift is. So, at least I think this is where the time rift is. It should be where the time rift is. So you can get to the time rift in 0A potentially, if you do both of these strats with the 0A version, but good luck with that. Really good luck with that. Might take you your entire life to try and do that. So we're just gonna continue over here on our merry way. We're probably gonna lose our hat here. There's two guys here, and one of them steals our hat. I mean, even with a strategy like that, we're still not gonna get past it. Get the fuck over here. There we go. I don't care, but I have my hat back. I hate these guys, because even if you know that they are there, you can't counter them. There's no counter to these guys. I fucking hate them. Actually, there's a counter, which is just standing there with your eyes set, but I don't know. I don't want to do that. It's boring. Yeah, whatever. Okay. I mean, he showed himself way earlier and still hit me. I hate these guys so much. That's okay. Let's make sure we don't accidentally fall off here. Hit the line. I mean, I could have just jumped off at some point anyway, and it would have teleported me back here, but I was trying to not take damage. So much for that, I guess. I mean, I took damage anyway. Pointless. Now, the actual windmill has multiple strats. Like there's actually a strat where you fling your... You only go like halfway up to the top, and then you fling yourself to the very top, which is really cool strategy. If you want to find that strategy on YouTube, it's called Windmill Wind 3. If you YouTube that and you find a video called Windmill Wind 3, there's this strategy, where you fling yourself to the top of windmill from halfway up, which is really cool. I've seen that from Arikira. Really nice. Now, the only thing that can go wrong at this point, like in terms of resetting, is I accidentally let go of A and then accidentally repress A. If I just accidentally let go of A, we're still fine. But if I accidentally let go of A and then accidentally repress it, that's another A press. That's really bad. So hopefully I'll either just let the A button be pressed the entire time, or if I do accidentally let go of it, I don't repress it ever. So yeah. The reason why I want to have A button pressed is down is because I already had to do an A press, so I might as well hold it down, because when I hold it down, I get the added benefit of automatically grabbing ledges and climbing up ledges without having to worry about doing a wall run instead. Like right there, that would not have been possible otherwise if I was not holding on the A button. But I could have done a different strat instead. Like this is still possible without holding on the A button. By the way, everything that I did in this run would have been good enough for a 0.5A if I was holding down the A button since the loading screen. I wasn't holding on the A button since the loading screen because I got so annoyed with me repeatedly failing that I was willing to settle for a 1A attempt. And then I actually got, oh my god, I actually got the bug again. I have to somewhat get into the air now. Okay, I got it again. Okay. I was willing to settle for a 1A button run, and then just, like I did earlier, just show you a video of how it looks like if you get it in the 0.5 version. And be like, oh, well, I've done it 1A because I failed it like 50 times. So I didn't want to do it anymore, and instead you can now see what it looks like if you get it in 0.5A. Whoop-de-doo. The second time you do the scooter glitch is almost guaranteed to work because that's cool. Because the setup for that one actually just works. Like, I don't know why, but the setup for that one actually just works. The setup for the first one doesn't really work that much. It works sometimes, like I've gotten it to work like multiple times in a row sometimes, but then sometimes it really doesn't. So it's very, very finicky, and it really just does whatever it wants to. So I could theoretically title this like a 0.5A, but not really, more like a 1A. I'm just gonna title it whatever, I don't really care. So first up, we're gonna do this because we're gonna have to get up really high in order to hit these, because we can't actually hit these sandbags any other way without pressing the A button. A really high jump, which makes me slap my controller to get a higher jump with ice hat. There we go. It's barely made that. It doesn't actually grab that ledge ever, so you will actually have to make it all the way to the top of that when you climb that ledge. Now this is very weird. Last time I got this first try, but it looked really, really weird. Okay, not this time. At least it puts you back here. How if possible, I don't want to die. Okay, it doesn't work. There's a bug here that you can sometimes do where sometimes it just works. Okay, got that. But sometimes, there's a bug here where sometimes you go onto the second card and the second card will actually just on its own whoosh all the way to the end, and you will clip through all the objects on the way there. I don't know why or how, but that happened like twice already, so that's weird. Now, there's something I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try Windmill Win 3, which is probably not gonna work because I'm not gonna do it the way that it is shown in the video. I'm just gonna do it my own way, which might fail, probably will fail, but... Okay, it failed, but the cool part about that strategy is if Windmill Win 3 fails, like right there I got voided out. If you don't get voided out, it's possible to ride that thing all the way to the top. I'm not kidding, that thing can ride you all the way to the top and you just go to the timepiece. If it fails and you void out, you still get put ahead like 3 checkpoints. I was like down there, if you look down there where you can see the part that goes outside, down there, that's where I was. And I just skipped a bunch of platforming. You can see there's a bunch of platforming around. You can do that platforming 0A anyway, but I skipped it now, so it's faster. And you know, after all, as someone who likes speedrunning, skipping stuff is cool. Okay, almost scooped myself over. Like, there is actually another way where you can get into a position where you have to reset, which is if Hatkit falls down in such a way that you can't get up anymore, which can happen. It is possible that she falls down in a way that she can't get up anymore, which is like if you fall down, if you slide down a ledge that you can't stand on. Like if you slide down somewhere and you can't stand correctly, Hatkit will go into this "oh no, I've fallen down" animation. And if you're in this "oh no, I've fallen down" animation, it is very, very possible that you can't get up anymore unless you press the A button, which obviously we won't want to do, which would have been a reset. So good thing that didn't happen. And yeah, it can happen between hay bales. So I really was scared there for a second that it did actually happen because it looked like I got stuck for a moment. This job actually looks really far, but it really isn't. We don't even have to hang on to the edge or anything, and we still make it by quite a good margin. The rest of this is mostly just fairly standard platforming. There's not actually that much weird stuff going on. Like I said, the entire windmill 0A is pretty cool, pretty fun, fairly entertaining. It's got some cool stuff in it. It's not super straightforward, but it's not super difficult either. It's one of those things that just feels nice to do. Like, it feels nice to do this 0A. It's just that, why we have to do both horns? Both horns are just so stupid to do. And if you have the luxury of having held down the A button, you can do all of this really, really easy, because you don't even have to worry about like actually making the jump. You can just hold on. You can just hold on to the edge like that and totally screw yourself over. Like, you can do that as well. Oh, I got the eyesight glitch again, so I need to do a dive first, and now the glitch is gone. I really don't know why that's even a thing. I sent a bug report for that like a few weeks ago. I don't think it has been fixed yet. I mean, this is the newest patch, so I guess it hasn't been fixed. Oh my god, it happened twice. It hasn't been fixed yet, but whatever. I mean, it only really happens if you're doing a no A button run, because if you press the A button, it also fixes it. By the way, the glitch is that if you void out, like I do if I miss this jump, you can't use the eyesight until your feet leave the ground. This is really oddly specific. I don't know why it happens, but yeah, since I can't press the A button, and usually most people will just press the A button all the time. It's not really a thing, but because I can't press the A button, not leaving the ground is something that happens very often. So you go like, oh wait a second, I can't use the eyesight anymore. What is that? Because your feet just don't leave the ground ever, unless you dive. So you're just gonna have to dive. Anyway, it's been a long trials and tribulation. I'm gonna call... you know what I'm gonna call this? I'm gonna call this in 0A or 1A. Okay, because I've explained to you that it's possible to do it in 0A even in real time. It's just so incredibly unlikely that... or 1A or 0A, rather, that way around. It's just so incredibly unlikely that I don't even know. It's way more likely to do it in 0.5A. And even when you do it in 0.5A, it's still highly unlikely that you're gonna get it in like an hour, unless you get really, really lucky. So, damn. I just want to be done with this. Actually, I am done with this. I have the finale already up. Well, I have the finale uploaded already. I already have recorded the finale, so there's nothing else left to do. I've recorded every single stage in the game in as little A presses as possible. They're all up to date. I've already told all the best strategies for all of them. I might do like another video where I very quickly talk about the remaining A presses and what's going on with those. But yeah, I'm finally done with this after like 3 hours. Fucking Christ. That was that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time.